George, are we live? George, is this on?
Austin.
Is it on?
I think we are here. Oh!
Oh my god, he just played music. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Good morning. I guess maybe most of you, good afternoon. But we here. And by we, I mean
Motherfucker, we outside today.
Gang in this bitch. Gang in this bitch.
Hey. I missed y'all. I hate whenever I go away for too long. I feel like that was too long, and then we had some shit we had to do last week.
No, for real.
But I missed y'all. Hey.
I know we missed you guys, and then I know they for sure missed you guys. But good vacation, good little reset.
Oh, it was.
I saw you acting a fool up in Disney World.
Listen,
I was minding my business, so I said, hey, you know what?
Go through it. I mean,
it
step
was
by
epic. It was okay. I wanted something very, very elegant, bouge ratchet, because that's just me. I'm still a spiritual hood rat. So we went to Orlando for a couple of days because I knew I wanted to drink around the world. I'd never been to Disney World, just Disneyland.
I was gonna say, how do you drink around the world only in Florida? But now I know.
I mean, we technically drank around the world, literally. But
yes, yeah, because we were.
I haven't even drank around the States.
Listen,
I'm just saying, you just gotta go to a couple countries.
If you and your home girls, boys, have never did the challenge at Disney World,
Thank you.
How fucked up did you get?
You know, I felt groovy, but I said I really must drink like Paul from the Temptations because I am not like tore up. Now my friends, they were tore up. But in my defense, I did cheat a little bit because I know better. So whenever we were going to different countries, I was getting the cute little Moscatos while these girls was getting infused vodka.
It's hilarious.
Like
It's hilarious because our first stop was Mexico. Like that's the first country.
Tequila right off the bat.
we got
so
frozen
margaritas.
See,
and it's that liquor is, and when you
I
go
don't
to
know what they had in the
Disneyland,
margaritas, bruh, but
I could
listen.
tell because everything after the first drink became funny to my homegirls. And I was
Everything after
like,
the first
I
drink.
said, y'all there already.
Yeah.
And they're not drinkers. So I was like, okay. And then we went to China. And then whenever shout out to my homegirl Shamika was like, China. I'm in China. I said, like,
And then Ash
George,
was-
oh my God, George. George, no.
That's what she said to China.
no, I mean, but it was such a great experience. I didn't get as tore up as I thought. I did sleep good that night. I
Disney?
think we all did.
See, the thing is like, I've always heard you're more likely to go broke before you get buzzed at Disney.
No.
They're not. It's really not. I mean, we live in Vegas, man.
So
But
you figure-
I don't drink on the strip though.
But
Hey, but we have-
$15 is the usual price. Like you go to a concert out
$15
here.
is fucking wild.
15.
Yeah, no, so I said 15.
Oh, that's not wild.
No,
Yeah, it is. I get a
whereas
whole
if
six pack
you
for
go
like
get but if you go get a
$8.
drink at a
oh,
concert
shit,
out
six
here,
pack. You're gonna get Natty Light.
no. Get
so
Busty
it was
Blonde.
to me. I didn't.
The only beer I drink now.
You go to a
be
concert. If you get
Yeah.
if you get a double, you're literally paying like $40 out the door.
at the.
Thank God I don't go to concerts anymore.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
The last concert I went to was in LA, and Franny and I went and we got water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Nah,
it's,
man.
We also had to drive back to Vegas the
Yes.
same
yeah,
night. So.
I get that.
But I can honestly say it was reasonably priced, and we had time. We didn't get on that one ride. I should have bought a fast pass, but
You don't even see that many rides. Like it's
At
cra-
Epcot, there's not a lot of rides anyway.
no, they just hide them. Like they do such a good. I don't know what Walt was thinking. I'm like, where the roller coasters at?
There's-
I'm
there's
used to
definitely a
seeing
lot of
like
rides over
roller
there.
coasters and stuff, but you don't see it.
I mean, there's because like so I follow I've been following this YouTuber since I was in high school, and all he does is go to the Orlando parks. And Epcot, I think, has
the least.
I think it's definitely like the most is like Magic Kingdom and then Animal Kingdom and then the like Hollywood Studios and
Yeah.
Epcot have like the lowest because Epcot everybody just wants to go there and go around the world.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of kids in Epcot as well. Somebody, some hater on TikTok was like, I'll never understand why people go get drunk around kids. Literally, the most you would see is babies in strollers with their parents trying to juggle a beer. You know, like there was no kids.
I mean,
really
I went to when we went to the zoo a few weeks ago. I had a beer. It was the worst beer I've ever had. I threw it out, but I had a beer and I was
Oh, I had the worst beer I ever had in
Pushing the
Disneyland.
stroller.
Oh, in
It
Disney, it was
disgusting. It tastes
listen,
like socks.
So
I don't even know.
our last stop on a around the world tour was Canada.
who are known for their alcohol.
It was disgusting.
No one?
It was like sour. I've never tasted a sour beer.
It was like a pickle sour.
It was
it was horrible.
You think they made it bad on purpose? Because
No,
they're like,
no,
we hate
that-
Canada.
Well,
the one
that
I
was
had,
good.
the one I
Give
had
them
was
the
like a
shit
local
flavor.
San Diego brewed, and it tasted like fucking battery water.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
disgusting.
And I literally had half. Vanessa had a sip, and I was like, "We're tossing." I did pay $14 for that, and I was like, "This is the worst $14."
yeah,
I've
it was
ever
called
spent.
a flight, so it was different beers.
Yeah, it was like-
they were like little
Oh,
samples.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
little
did that on
8-ounce
purpose
cups.
too.
This was a full cup
Nah,
beer.
I'm cool.
To be fair though, that beer, the one I just mentioned though, the most refreshing one I've ever had was I played a show a month ago, and George was there, and I walk off stage, and George just hands me that beer,
Yeah.
and it was
so
it was so good.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't had beer until you went to the Caribbean. Nobody talks
Oh,
about
I
Caribbean
agree.
beer.
I agree.
I
By
always
I've been to
way,
the Caribbean, but I wasn't old
Every-
enough to drink yet.
every single country has their own
Own
specialty
local.
light beer.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
And
Fire.
it's so
Fire.
across the globe,
Yeah.
light
Literally,
beer superior.
I can't remember.
always get their local.
Was it Bonaire? Bonaire has a good
Oh,
local
yes.
beer too.
A couple of good different locals.
You know, I remember because we stopped at a little pub. You know, because one of our
really
excursions was a motorcycle, so we rented a bike, and so the dude took us on a tour, the owner, and we stopped at a local pub or whatever, and we were having like beers and stuff with the locals. You know what I mean? But like, it was
Beautiful
just-
people, by the way.
man.
So
Medea. There's Medea. There's
Khalik.
is so,
Sign me up.
I
Sign me
had
up for
one
some
in
motherfucking
Nassau.
Khalik.
Hey,
Yeah, in
I
Bahamas.
had
That was the first
actually,
time
I had about 2 of them. They were delicious. So,
and
like,
it's ghetto
they're
because
so good.
we rented a side by side, so we had a 6-person side by side. We're driving down the street, drinking rum punches.
Yeah,
and,
I didn't have a rum
Khalik's.
punch. I wanted a beer. I knew what I came for because I had tasted it before, so it was good. But I had a good
George, we got a
vacation.
frozen camera again.
I was about to say, it's an ad at the bottom too.
Oh wait, but yeah, I had a beautiful 30 fine.
Maybe not.
Oh
maybe.
my gosh, I'm looking at you with the death stare. Ooh, let
Somebody
me screenshot
screenshot
that. I've
Screenshot
screenshotted it. Look,
I know. Look like, see, these are the things.
I'm gonna print this out and put it on a
send
t-shirt.
help, y'all.
And
If you
every
see this
time,
frozen right now, send help.
So while we're waiting for that, I want to talk about our boy Nick because he's done some crazy things the last few days. So first one I want to talk about is him and George interviewed, and Mr. Fresh might know who this is. Lisa Ann. No.
hold on, I'm good with a face.
Careful, don't show that on screen when you Google
Wait
her.
a minute. What kind of work she do?
She must be in the adult industry.
She's one of
what
the
is-
goats.
Okay.
Lisa Lisaann.
There's so many. It's not coming up. Lisa Ann. Oh, ow.
Ow.
Why does she look like somebody's grandmother now?
Well, she's older. She's seasoned.
yeah,
but-
53.
She's seasoned.
that's seasoned.
That's
But I thought you were gonna. Well, her name is Lisa.
Good
I should have known she
seasoning.
was gonna be grown. 'cause
Yeah,
look,
she was like a goat from like the 90s
Beautiful
into
lady.
the 2000s.
And she's still acting.
No, she's into sports now.
yeah.
But she's had a
Really?
sports
She
show
has-
since what, 2012?
Yeah, 2013. She's super into sports. Knew way
Well,
more about
I made a
sports
fucked
than
up joke. I said
anybody
she
would.
knows balls better than nobody else.
Wow.
Yeah, no.
But they interviewed the goat.
We did. I mean, bro, it's very rare that you get a Hall of Famer in their career come on
know
your
what?
program.
No,
About sick of him.
I mean, we had
I mean, she
Jay.
is.
We had Jay on the show.
Yeah.
She might be okay. Her most famous thing was she would dress up as Sarah Palin.
Yes, I remember.
Oh,
she was in the
that's
Eminem
her.
video. She
Oh,
was in the
she-
Eminem
yes.
video that had
Yep.
Sarah
That's
Palin. in
her.
it. Yeah.
Listen, Sarah Palin. I hated that lady. I remember that. A little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I know it was fun. But hold on, Austin. I appreciate the subtle plug here.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna get to the main event.
Go.
So we've all kind of, I mean, especially being on this show, we know who Cameron and Mace are from It Is What It Is. We've all, in some capacity, at least George and myself, have worked with Cameron and Mace. Mr. Fresh has sat in the same chair
Yes.
as Cameron. They had one of the Uso brothers on because WrestleMania is
Yeah,
literally
that
right
interview.
here this weekend.
Yes.
So
Oh,
we
that's
can't
what
even.
they're setting up.
We
for.
can, yeah, you didn't see
Okay.
the big
No, we came
things
the
right
back
here.
way.
It's literally on the window. You got CM Punk and you got
No, I
Roman
just seen. I
Reigns.
just seen
Roman
that
Reigns, you
they
got-
were prepping the parking
yeah.
lot.
So he was there, and so
The video is frozen again. Sorry, guys. I
Yeah,
don't know
I
what's
don't-
happening,
it
but
might just be
you
the
guys can
internet.
still hear us, correct?
yeah,
Y'all
I think
hear
they
us?
can't. It might just be the internet. The internet's been
But it's like every time an ad come up.
oh,
Wow.
that's interesting.
Can y'all still hear us? Maybe.
Yeah, I delayed the ads for 10 minutes just to see if it gives us like a little.
Yeah, because I'm not sure. Nobody's answering.
Can they even
me.
hear us?
I think they can because Mari's reacting to what I said. So, while audio is fine. Okay, so
Okay.
Okay.
they had one of the Uso. I don't remember if it was.
I seen some clips that look pretty viral.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no. So they
no.
had the
On-
Uso brother on, and Cam was what throwing George. I mean, you seem to have a
Man.
better. He was throwing shade at him the
That
whole time,
was
just
not
kind of like.
Cam. That was Rico. That was Rico
Hey,
from
He came
Paid
on
in
Demon
Full.
Time.
Yeah.
He came
So,
on Demon Time.
I don't know if you guys have you ever seen Paid in Full?
No.
Cameron played. He's the villain.
He's like the super
Rico.
villain.
Oh.
Y'all should really watch that. It's a really good movie. It's based on
Well,
a true
especially
story.
now that y'all you know be around him a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I've
listen.
only, and the funny thing is, last time Miss Fresh was like, we've been hanging around Cameron too much. I'm like, I've only been around Cameron once.
I'm just saying.
I'm hanging around Nick too much. He's
once
loses his paws.
Once is more than none.
It is more than none.
You know.
I didn't know any of
and
his
pause
songs
is a New
until,
York thing. So
No, I know. And Nick is from New York, so I guess that's
Okay.
why I hear. And he's on their show. But so they get like the Uso brother literally like picks up Cam on and slams him into the floor.
But
I heard a shout out to Nick right before Cameron got
He
slammed.
said, why you keep bringing me Sunday people?
No, he said,
I
why
was
aren't you bringing me the Sunday people? You bring me the Saturday people.
Right.
Yes. But it looks like it was a very good interview. I don't know. Did you engineer that one?
No.
George, do you engineer at all?
No.
I've engineered one time, and it was for Nick's show over there.
I'm around though. I mean, it's a fun circle to be around. I actually I opened the door for him as he was, because you have to ring the doorbell to come in. Hey, what's up, Cam? Boom, dap him up.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, because I know that The Rock is somehow related to him. Is that his brother?
They're all
uncle?
cousins.
Okay,
They all look alike.
I didn't know how they were related, but
They're all cousins.
I heard in the interview, Cam was like, you're not The Rock. Like, and I don't smell what the ooze is cooking.
Yeah, he said, I don't smell what the ooze is cooking.
I literally was watching the interview like this the whole time, like, Cam, you may be in danger.
No, you can see the crash out coming when he took off his jacket.
And I saw them tattoos.
And I said, he about to use his Polynesian power. I see it coming.
Yeah, bro. Hold on. Do you guys think it's real? I still don't know. That's a crazy thing.
The way
he picked that boy up. He picked him up.
Yeah,
he grabbed him and lifted him.
Listen, the way they cut it, the video at the end, I said, the way Cam laid on the ground, I said, he's gonna sue the shit out of him.
He said, call 911, call the ambulance.
He's gonna sue the shit out of him. I seen the Wynn security running in the background, probably like, help.
I thought it was real, just by how I could look and see he was getting infuriated. I could tell whenever somebody is.
If they put on a show, if that was scripted, they are really, really, really good actors.
Yeah, because I would.
Because
Mystical is saying Jay Uso is the known crash out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But and then the whole time I'm looking and I got my hands on my head like, oh my gosh.
It comes in and out. I'm trying to figure it out.
So
just be on standby. Sorry.
So I was just like, I wonder if he's an Aries.
Who was
that was so me coded.
Did they got rid of Treasure or Pleasure, whatever her name is?
I think she's
No, they had it was a pale lady that was a co-host.
Trista co-hosted that one. She's on occasion.
She looks good.
Yeah, I think it's just because Treasure does a lot of stuff too. She does a lot of stuff out.
Yeah, I heard she got her own motion.
Yeah, I've helped her with some things. I still can't even talk about who we interviewed, but I've helped her with some on location shoots and stuff like that. So but yeah, she's doing her own thing.
Okay, so all right, there's 19 people in my live. Thank you for being here. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I know you guys, when you hit the hearts, you think that's like, because that's like on
their father is Rikishi. So sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Rikishi, the
Rikishi.
Yeah, he's their father.
Well, that's why he kept making jabs saying you ain't your daddy.
And then cousins are Roman Reigns, who's headlining,
right,
and then The Rock.
And that's why he kept on saying, I guess his cousin is supposed to be in the new Mortal Kombat movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
we might need to end this live and get back on.
Why is that?
Because it's frozen.
Well, that's not gonna change anything. It's just the internet quality. It's because there's so many of us on the internet at the same time we're trying to stream. That's why I turn my phone off the Wi-Fi every time I come.
Oh yeah, I don't even have the Wi-Fi password.
I don't get it either.
Okay. Well, I guess until we can figure out this little screen froze, I did want to talk about Lake Lanier, but we're gonna wait until it unfreezes, because obviously if you watched my last video that I posted yesterday, we did a live premiere, had so much fun with the people. Shout out to everybody.
Yeah.
All 500 and something of y'all that was in the live premiere yesterday. But I want to wait till this unfreezes.
We're recording too. Now it looks like it's unfrozen. No, it was for a second there.
Well,
we're recording too, though.
Oh, one thing I do want to tell you before I talk about my beautiful Lux birthday dinner. Shout out to everybody who's been going to Psychic Source and getting your readings.
Yeah.
We are sponsored by them. Miss Simone, I interviewed her on my channel.
Yeah.
And it did really, really well. And people love Miss Simone and love Psychic Source. So if you have not, I'm pretty sure is the link in the description for
it should be, yeah.
Yes, make sure you guys go get a reading. It's up to 40 minutes for $19.80. They say up to, but I have yet to see anyone get less than 30 minutes. And that's more than enough time. So make sure you guys are getting your readings. We just experienced the spring equinox. Happy New Year's, guys. I forgot to tell you. Happy New Year. It's the new year.
Yeah, it's
seriously.
the actual new year.
Yes.
It's not the capitalist one.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, y'all get y'all readings. And make sure you catch that interview with Miss Simone that I did on my page. It's a really, really good interview. It's an hour long, nice and long. Throw your headphones in. We talk about werewolves, loup-garous, loup-gouls, everything that they tell us is not real. We talk about, and she explains that it is because she's come into encounter with them. So
I got a question
I
for the
think
chat.
we're back.
I got a question. I'm still froze.
Yeah. It's coming and going.
It's just like it's so random.
So
hear me out. Just because we're here, we're in the moment.
Mhm.
What is gonna just happen is I'm recording this natively. I'm gonna engineer this show like we're just doing it as a pre-record.
Okay.
I'll re-upload after this. So if you're watching live now and you want to just still tune into the conversation, it's gonna come in and out, but I will be re-uploading this
Thank you.
at once I get home or here. Yeah.
Period.
Well, Austin has the thing. Tomorrow morning it will be up.
What do I have?
Yeah.
Yeah, the hard drive.
Oh, well, I mean, you just
Yeah, I'm not quite sure
Ribbit.
what's going on.
But anyways,
It's-
yeah, no, I don't either. So if we want to hop straight into it, though,
yeah. I'm curious
let's
to
go.
hear about
Let's
this
do it.
Lake
Okay,
Lanier.
so I'm excited because you guys are watching this like we're recording. Normally we do not do this. So, okay, so friends, have y'all
Friends.
heard that Lake Lanier's water has a foul odor and tastes like shit?
No, but it would not surprise me.
Okay, so I did a video yesterday and I caught some tea, not only about the foul tasting water and the smell of it, but that is Atlanta's drinking water. And I learned that they have spent millions trying to figure out why this lake smells like sulfur and the water is disgusting. Seeing how they have built numerous filtration systems for it should not smell like that or taste like that. So, of course, me being me, I dove deeper into the
You were
matter.
like, the math ain't mathing on this.
Yes. Which if you are in the Atlanta area or outskirts or anywhere near Lake Lanier, please don't drink out of your tap. Really, you shouldn't even shower in it, but we have no choice, right? So I wanted to know from you guys, because people who don't believe that that lake is absolutely cursed are saying, oh, it's just a filtration system or whatever the case is. Some people didn't even know that Lake Lanier was specifically built for drinking water. Like, a lot of people were shocked that
That's what they built. They
Yeah.
flooded a town was for drinking water. What the?
So, reasons why I think the ancestors are angry. So, I learned recently, whenever they flooded Lake Lanier, they removed the white graves and left the black graves. And they flooded.
rehoused the white
Yes,
bodies.
They removed them. They rehomed the white bodies and just flooded out the town with the black bodies. They didn't even consider removing them. And this was in the 50s when they did this. So that's still semi kind of recent. And Spirit is angry and petty.
I wonder why.
Yeah, like not only has there been over 700 different instances of people getting hurt, malfunctions, deaths, whatever the case is, over 200 deaths since I believe 1994. I learned that they also set the church on fire with people in it. Like, when I tell you this town that's underneath water, it's diabolical. Whenever they lose people in this water, they have to use sonar technology to find them because they're 60 feet deep usually.
Yeah, that's like what they're doing in the Amazon to find all those cities that have been
LiDAR.
LiDAR could be that were grown over.
Yeah, so my thought is that, for one, water holds memory. You're not gonna just swim and drink ancestor juice. I've heard of graveyard dirt. Who thought graveyard water would be ever a thing? And no matter how much money they spend on this filtration system, it's never gonna work. It's always gonna smell like shit. Because to my knowledge, it smells like shit off and on. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not. It's just very diabolical. What do you think, Mandela? Were you listening to me?
I was. I mean,
He's digesting the
yeah,
info.
I just did mine on Lake Lanier, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know, man. To be honest, like you said, whenever you got a situation where you got a whole bunch of people who died, you got bodies, you got history, I think, and I also think it's something more severe going on underneath the surface that we don't even know about. Like what exactly was it? Because I don't know if it was just the town that they were trying to hide. I don't know if it was our existence that they were trying to hide. I think they were trying to hide something even beyond that.
Yeah.
Well,
You know what I
have to take
mean?
in consideration them flooding Oscarville, them destroying that all black town that was in Central Park, them doing what they did to Tesla, Rosewood. It literally desecrating black history like this after you already done so much in that town is just the final je ne sais quoi of insults. It's almost like, I'm going to prove to you even further that you mean nothing to society. I'm going to drown out your history, and I'm going to use it for drinking water.
Right, but then you also got to put it in perspective. You know, African Americans are known to be conjurers. We're talking about back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're talking about down south.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Where they were still keeping these traditions alive. You know, once you start moving more up north, then that's when the tradition starts dying off. You know what I mean? Like I knew about some of the conjure work, but I really didn't know too much about it being from up north. You know, people who are still down in those southern parts or still have family ties that are down in the southern parts.
Roots run deep.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about it is the tradition never quite, it didn't die off necessarily whenever we migrated up north, because you got to think about it. Whenever these people were ran out of Forsyth County, they had to go somewhere, right? Even whenever we were escaping as enslaved people, when we were going north, we brought those traditions with us.
Right, but then we got to a point in life where now conjuring and spell work and stuff like that was looked at as demonic. It was looked at as a negative. And so people started hiding it and stopped talking about it as much.
Yeah.
I feel like back in the day, it was probably something that was talked about way more than what it is now.
Or at least more openly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, and now we're getting to a point where social media is so prevalent that now everybody has the ability to talk about these things out loud that everybody was really scared to say. You know what I mean? Like the stuff that would get you sent to the crazy house before, like, no, I hear stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I have discernment, and they're like,
people were
"Which?"
afraid to say that before because they're like, "Are you possessed?" Like, no, I just hear stuff. Like, you know what I mean? But it was hard to elaborate that in a day before social media came around. So I just feel like they might have been trying to cover up just the existence of all of that. You know what I mean?
I don't think so.
You got a prevalent black community thriving, and we don't know what exactly was going on within the community as well.
Well, I don't think they were hiding it because there was conjure or magic. I think they're just assholes. I think they were just shitheads. Because anything that we built that was thriving, we were right. You got to think about it. Oscarville was a really, really thriving black community right underneath Black Wall Street, and they did what they did. You see what I'm saying? And then they went to Black Wall Street and burned it down. You know, then they went to Rosewood. All of these thriving black communities that were doing well on its own. So them flooding it to me was like, okay, I'm going to be even funnier. I'm going to make sure that nobody even knows it exists. How, like, to be honest, before we started what we do, who knew that Central Park was a thriving black town?
I didn't know that, but I believe that it's not just a black community thriving thing. That's just how America works. Like, you got to think about it. Austin goes and starts a business right now. His business starts doing numbers. He starts doing pretty good financially. A bigger company is going to come in and try to buy him out. They're going to try to take over his company.
I'm going to tell him $30 trillion.
No, but what I'm saying is that's essentially what they're doing. They're either wiping out the communities or they're taking over the communities.
No. That's not. It's apples and oranges. It's not like they said, "Hey, Oscarville, we would really like your land.
No, I'm not
Let me
saying
go
that
ahead and just buy it from you."
I'm not
No,
saying
they just said,
politely
"Hey, we like that land, and
give it
it's
to
ours
me."
now."
Yeah, like the death of May Crow. She was assaulted and then subsequently murdered.
It just justified the whole community.
They did it to her. We didn't do that. You got to think this was the South. We were afraid to look at white people, let alone do that.
Yeah.
And then there were 3 people that were said responsible for this. And I believe that one of her own did that to her just so that they could do what they did to Oscarville. They wanted the land. But I don't know if this lake was something that was in motion
In the works before
and it just got paused, or if they had to wait until
she might have been a sacrificial lamb. You know
right.
what I mean?
Was it that they had to take the land and wait to contracts or deeds or whatever the case is? Because this happened, I believe, in 1912, and then it wasn't flooded until the 50s.
How big was Atlanta at that time? Do you know?
When was this? The 50s?
So they flooded it
1912?
in the 50s, and I believe Oscarville was the whole thing with them doing what they did was in 1912, either 1912 or 1914. But either way, this is what they do.
But so the drinking of the water.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck is drinking lake water?
Listen,
That's their primary
that's their
source of water.
Just like we drink from. Well, I don't drink that shit, but our water comes from the
In
dam.
the early 1900s,
Right, but okay,
Atlanta
it
was 90,000 people.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Early
And
1900s.
1,000 of them were in Oscarville.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. So when
it
I say
still,
this
it
was
was still a bigger
detrimental,
city though.
yes, this was detrimental. It really was all over a lie. Like, yes, she did die, but they used to do that to their own people, just like in Rosewood. Whenever her husband whooped her ass, and then she was like, "Oh, it was a black guy," and they killed everybody in the town. It's not the same as saying, "I want your land." I believe they did want the land though, and it sucks because Oscarville, the descendants are still alive. their lineage is still.
I heard
here.
it's a super big vacation spot now though. Like people vacation.
They built a Margaritaville on it. I didn't even know
Didn't
that. I thought it was a
Usher
water
go there
park.
and have something happen? And
Oh yeah, his one of his stepkids died in a jet ski accident or something crazy.
He didn't die on the water though.
Oh, okay.
He didn't die on the water. He died
heard
in the
it.
hospital.
There's a lot of jet ski accidents that happen there though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's just not big enough for jet skis.
No, it's because within it is portals. Underneath
It
that
attracts
water,
people. Okay, so hear me out here. As a person that had a near-death experience in a lake
Mhm.
almost a year, we're approaching a year since that happened. And it really did fuck with me. Like
I was about to
happened a year
say,
ago?
wait, what?
I did tell you guys about that. I'll fill you
Wait,
in
what happened a
quickly.
year ago?
Wasn't
So
you in?
it
You was
was-
in another country, right?
I was in Costa
Oh
Rica.
yeah, the NDE you had, yeah.
Yes, I was in Costa Rica, and there was a lake next to a volcano, very warm lake, like 85 degrees year round
Ooh.
because it's geothermal, right?
Yeah.
But it's also one of the deepest lakes in the world. Like it is like 3,000 feet deep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Terrifying, right? So we go out on a sunset cruise. It is a little cloudy. It consistently rains in Costa Rica. Every single
It
day,
does.
5 o'clock,
It does.
like clockwork, around the island for 30 minutes to an hour, and then it moves on. So we go out there. We could start to see the storm clouds. It starts raining a little bit. We fucking battle through a torrential downpour in the middle of the lake, in which we were being able to see like the volcano, right? Like we could see it fully. And then in the middle of this storm, I mean, we could barely see maybe 50, 100 yards in front of us.
Ooh.
Yeah. So like visibility just completely changed. Then it clears up, right? So then we get a little sunshine, and I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm going to jump in the water. We jump in the water, couple of minutes. We come back on the boat. And then I'm like, I'm only in Costa Rica once. I'm going to jump back in. I jump into the water. I'm in there for maybe like 30 seconds. And I'm like, okay, I got my fix. I get back in the boat. 7 seconds later, the biggest thunder strikes maybe 100 yards from us.
Oh yes, I remember you did tell me that.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then we were all stunned. We go away. And so I go to say that because one, I haven't stopped thinking about that moment, like throughout the year. Like it'll occasionally come across my head, like how close death was in a timeline. Because like if I'm in the water there and it strikes, I'll be incapacitated. I'm really just relying on 7 people to possibly save a drowning body, like I think it would have probably been LGs for me. You guys, calls from beyond would not be happening today. So I think about it, but I'm also attracted back to that lake in a weird sense, and I wonder if in the past, I mean, this is a volcanic area, it probably, you know, over time has killed tons of people. That I mean, haven't done the research. Kind of scared to do the research, but maybe Lake Lanier has that capability where it attracts certain souls to it, and that's why people, you know, can overlook how scary it is, just because something draws them to that,
it is
unbeknownst to them.
Absolutely,
yeah.
I feel like it is the lore, the mystery. It's all of that, and I do feel like the spirit sometimes lets certain people, certain demographic of people get real comfortable in that water and they snatch their asses, right? Because there has been reported a lot that there's little whirlpools underneath there that sucks you in it and it stops you from getting up. And this is like, it's science supposedly. But they come out of nowhere and you're not able to swim. The strongest swimmers drown. And then, you know, the coroner's pulling their body out. Another thing that I learned about Lake Lanier recently is it's crazy. It's nuts. I'm like, and not ancestors down there with the damn stirring the pot. Because what do you mean?
Is it stirring a pot or is it a big straw?
Like literally, I can't.
What do you think it is?
I feel like it's it got to be a straw or a damn wooden spoon. One of them.
I like the spoon. I
they also say that there are mermaids in Lake Lanier. Okay. And I can believe this as well because I believe in shit like that. But I listened to a story that a mutual of mine was sent after she hypothesized and, you know, kind of, she thinks there's mermaids in there. And then someone else came back and gave her a story about how him and his buddy was fishing on the lake and his buddy falls in. And whenever he falls in, there are literal hands pulling.
No.
Like Phil's fingers, and then another person also was in the lake and began to drown. Now these are strong swimmers. These are not people who need a life jacket, floaties, whatever. And it was a woman, and she was being pulled down by someone's hands, and because she was fighting for her floatage, I should say, to stay above water, she eventually let it snatch her down and tried to grab its hands like this. But she couldn't. It felt webbed, but it was an arm. It was a hand. So they're saying that it's mermaids in there. I feel like there are different portals underneath that water. And whenever I say portals, I know we use that word a lot, and I do too in my videos. Portals, whenever I speak about Lake Lanier, are little pockets of energy and tunnels where if you go in, you don't come out. And things can come out, right? So I believe so. People always think mermaids are just for salt water. Absolutely not. Across mythology in different cultures, they have been in rivers.
They always call them mermaids, though. What if they was really just aliens?
They're sirens. Yeah, really. I mean, yeah, they could be. They say dolphins aren't dolphins.
What if we just put the word...
Aren't fish, sorry.
What if we just put the word mermaid or siren on them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What if it's really just a... You know what I mean?
An aquatic alien.
An aquatic alien. Because obviously, we're not dropping bombs in the middle of the fucking ocean for nothing.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I do think there are some animals that are 100% aliens, and I think killer whales are one of them.
Yes.
You guys want to hear? Like, there's a 60 Minutes that I watched recently that covered why there's a lack of great white sharks and around the South Africa area, because there used to be, or there still is, Seal Island, where there's like tens of thousands of seals that go in, and great whites that's where you would see, like on Shark Week, where the fucking shark would just boom out of the water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Slow-mo. And so they've been studying these for a long time, right? Great white sharks start appearing dead with the livers removed. Just the livers.
Just the livers.
Right? And then everyone's like, where the hell are the great white sharks?
Killer whales.
Killer whales have taken over the area now and have killed great white sharks.
Yeah,
because for a long time, great whites didn't know how to protect themselves because they didn't need to because they were great white sharks.
Right.
And now killer whales are
Oh,
coming
wow.
in and they're like, oh, what's up, buddy?
Right.
Bomb, bro.
Right.
And so I do think that's a little bit alien. Killer whales.
Yeah.
Watch out
They
for
say
them.
killer whales,
It's crazy.
dolphins, they are not fish like how we think.
I agree.
And I have had this obsession with dolphins ever since the guy, the marine engineer, biologist, whatever he was, came up and said that he was kidnapped by dolphins and they took him underwater and made him build a city, right? And so everybody's like, they're looking at him crazy. And so they took him to the hospital and inside of his lungs were materials that's only found at the bottom of the ocean. So now it made me go down this like rabbit hole of dolphins. And like, did you know it's illegal for us to communicate with dolphins? We cannot communicate with dolphins. It is literally illegal.
Well, I think
I don't have that one on my Duolingo app yet. But
I haven't found it either.
maybe
I would-
maybe it's like the secret. Like once you
No,
perfect Spanish,
there's-
they're like, there you go.
listen. What was it? Was it Gerald? That's what they said.
Yeah,
the dolphin
Gerald.
thing was- So he said that their leader name
Gerald.
was Gerald, right? And so
Get off, Gerald.
and that's why everybody's like, Negro, please, you know, right?
Ain't no
But then I
dolphin
started
named
thinking
fucking-
about, do you remember the episode of SpongeBob whenever he was underneath water and they took him to the leader and it was a dolphin wearing a cape?
No, but
He
that
was standing
sounds
up
like
like
some
a
SpongeBob
human.
shit.
Like, I thought about that immediately. But it's illegal for us to communicate with dolphins because dolphins are literally smarter than us. People in the like 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s, they used to give birth next to dolphins in the same water as dolphins. Because whenever, and this is, you can look all of this up, whenever they would give birth to their babies, first of all, they help with pain management. The babies would come out psychics, intuitives, spiritually gifted,
Knowing information that they
knowing
should know.
information like they were starseeds. So, and this was all on, like, I shit you not, it's all on the internet. And they're just very, very smart. Now, they do some nefarious shit because sharks are afraid of dolphins. And if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, dolphins fuck up sharks all the
Yeah,
time.
yes.
I've seen videos of it. They just smack the fuck out
They're
of
very,
out of a shark.
yes, they're very smart. And they also have the capability to communicate and fall in love with humans. Like that one dolphin that was obsessed with his trainer. And
I was about to say, this is the reason why I feel like there's a law, right? There was like I'm not sure if
There
it's
was-
tied to MK Ultra.
No, it was in the
but
80s,
it was-
and there was
yes.
this lady who was training them, and she had to like get the dolphins off. I'm
Yes.
not even like
Yes.
making that
yeah,
up. Like,
and then she eventually left, and he opened his blowhole and went to the bottom of the ocean and unalived
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
Dolphins,
And they
are
say love is
crazy.
dead.
Yes, listen, he
I
went to the
mean,
bottom of the
he
of the
said,
flow.
"Life without you is nothing."
Yes,
Yeah, no,
She
dolphins.
said- For you,
Hey,
Damien.
dolphins are way too romantic. They're like Shakespearean.
Yeah, my love.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
my
My
love.
love.
because he would
Where is
take-
my love?
He would not mate with another dolphin. Like that was his girl in his hands. So whenever she moved on with her life and stopped training him, like
For
literally,
she cannot
he-
be with me.
that's
For
that.
she could not be with me.
But it's just interesting because dolphins, I believe they're aliens. If you ask Chat GPT, why is it illegal for us
I'll ask right now.
to communicate with dolphins?
Why is it illegal for us to communicate? We still have a whole nother topic. We're gonna get
Right.
I
to
know,
it.
sorry.
Mad Hatter, that is true, but they made it illegal a lot of places. I told Noah that we should go buy a dolphin just so we can have one more kid, so we can see if that kid's gonna be smarter than the other ones.
And listen, and
Are you talking about the dolphin?
He
So
told me
they-
to
so
buy a
if
damn
you-
dolphin so
if
we
you-
can have a baby.
If you have
ChatGPT says it's not illegal.
It is though. It is. I have a video on my phone that I saved because I'm gonna do a video on dolphins, but if it's not illegal anymore, it has been illegal for a very long time, and it was after
They are
studied
protected
them.
under the Marine Mammal Protection Act. So it's illegal to harass, feed, chase, or touch in wild situations.
That is insane. Because that, let me
I mean,
ask
every
the
situation
internet.
that I'm in with the dolphin is kind of a wild situation. If
Right.
I'm being honest.
I think
like,
they mean
even
not
if
in
it's-
captivity.
I mean, even in captivity, that's a wild situation,
Right.
bro. It's a fucking dolphin in front
Oh,
of you.
no. Oh, well.
Okay, so
Okay.
there's captivity and research restrictions, experiments with marine mammals, use of sound playback or training, and then captive dolphin interactions. It says it's literally says you can't just run your own dolphin communication experiment without permits. Fuck you, ChatGPT. I'm gonna do what I want.
Well, yeah, without permits. What do you mean I can't go down there and just
Right,
start?
but
Come on, bro.
Oh
I
my
kind
God, I
and the
hate
bald
it.
head will get us
Yeah.
Hold
that's-
on, I gotta find this video because
God,
he
I
asked
feel
his
so
ChatGPT
bad. Yeah.
specifically a question about dolphins, and the answer.
Now here's the thing, though. I
shocked
will say,
me.
did he train his ChatGPT to eventually agree with him? Because all AI models are designed to agree with you.
Nuh-uh, because I tried to put it. Listen,
Well, it'll agree.
one
with
time I was like, I knew I was overreacting, and I use my ChatGPT
Right.
for every day, and I was like, her name is Atlas. I'm like, Atlas, I really want to put this bitch in a jar. Like, this is the reason. Should I do it? And
she gave her the
"You
moral
bet,
answers.
She said, absolutely not. Have you lost your
Yeah, no. So there was a video. There was a video I watched of this guy Eddie Burback, and he's a really good content creator, and he does weird videos where you can tell he's using it as a way to write off his vacations. Where he's like, I traveled to here to he did a video where he went to Italy, and then to see if the food was better than Olive Garden. Really, he just went to Italy and just filmed it, and then cut a whole video around it. And they're like, so the comment was like, you'd use this to write off your vacation, didn't you?
Listen,
But he did one where he trained a ChatGPT into his paranoia, and then it fed his paranoia,
Yes.
and basically
Yeah.
served as like an AI schizophrenic.
right? So,
thing.
and I'm not saying that it's not. So that's what I found.
I mean,
the video.
I would not
What he
be
was asking
surprised if it was, though.
No, he was asking what dolphins were in the Akashic records. Now, Akashic records is something that's
a
written.
little different.
Now they can't
What the
see.
fuck is hold on. Akashic record? Let's not skip over that.
Yes, the Akashic
What is that?
records. So I can't give you a
non-physical,
run by-
energetic database or cosmic library containing the history of every soul's
Yes.
thoughts, actions, and emotions across past, present, and potential future lives.
Yes.
Often used for spiritual growth, they are accessed through meditation, prayer, or readings to gain insight into life purpose, heal deep traumas, and clarify life patterns.
Yes,
this is
that's the
the
Google
Akashic-
version. That's the Google
Akashic
version.
records.
Akashic, yes. So they can't hear or they can't see us. So I'm gonna just play this.
Yeah, just hold it up
real,
to the
yes,
mic.
real quick, because I found this very interesting. Because I was just like, wait a minute now. Let me just make sure do not disturb is on, so y'all don't get no other notifications in your ear. Okay.
Right at the top.
Yeah, right at the top here.
Dolphins brought him into the ocean to help them build underwater cities, but also humans are not permitted to be able to communicate with dolphins. And also the ancestors say that dolphins are far more spiritually evolved than we are. If you want to find out more, watch this video. According to the Akashic records, what is the spiritual origins of dolphins and what are their abilities? And why are we not permitted to communicate with them in the wild? Please give us a breakdown. Please repeat that in its entirety. Thank you.
According to the Akashic records, dolphins are highly evolved spiritual
Oh, he
beings
has a
with
voice of this
unique
AI.
origins and abilities.
He goons to it.
They serve as guardians and emissaries of higher
I'm
consciousness,
calling it now.
playing a crucial role in maintaining the planet's energetic balance.
Agreed.
Their connection with humans is profound, spanning ancient times and continuing today.
They built the
The
pyramids.
reasons behind the restrictions on communicating with dolphins in the wild also have deeper implications involving both spiritual and societal dynamics. Below is a breakdown of the spiritual origins, abilities, and the reasons why communication with dolphins in the wild is illegal in many places.
Illegal.
The spiritual origin of dolphins. Starseed origins. Dolphins, according to the Akashic records, are not native to Earth, but originate from higher dimensional civilizations, particularly from star systems such as Sirius and Pleiades. These star systems are known for their advanced spiritual beings who work with frequencies of love, harmony, and healing. Dolphins were brought to Earth as part of a divine plan to anchor higher frequencies of light and to assist in raising the vibration of the planet. D. Purpose on Earth. Dolphins serve as keepers of planetary energy grids and stewards of the oceans. They work to maintain the energetic equilibrium of Earth's waters, which are crucial for the planet's overall energetic health.
I'm going to put that whole video in my video, but dolphins are different. Like, oh, can you hear me?
Yep.
Dolphins are different. I do not believe that they're fish. They don't even breathe underwater. Like, what is you doing?
Yeah, like whales, they have a blowhole. They have to come up and get oxygen.
I feel like now it just said, that they are from another dimension, whatever the case is. Well, we know that the UAPs, while we're up here looking for them up there, they're coming out the water. Where are they coming from? And that came from our government that they're coming out the water. We didn't just make that up. So to me, it's not that far off that these are aliens with tails.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I'm a big
I love
fan.
dolphins.
Yeah.
Now, one thing, there are some downfalls to dolphins. They are serial rapists.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
They're
no.
really bad. Like, I don't know what it is.
I think it's all
Men suck in every species, I guess.
What is that thing in Power? No one man can have all that power. That's the thing. Is like they have all that power, but they got to have an edge to them.
Yeah. No, every person or mammal has a vice. You know what I mean?
Has a vice.
No, seriously.
No, I get it.
100%. Like, why wouldn't? Like, if I was a dolphin, you can't smoke weed. You can't drink down there. What else are they
I
gonna do?
can't sports bet the fucking
but-
Except
and then
great.
the worst
I
part
mean,
is-
it's the worst.
Jesus
But
Christ.
no, I'm just
Listen, but
thank
the
God we
worst-
have other vices.
No, literally, because the worst part about it is it's not just one dolphin. One dolphin will be like, oh, shorty's bad. Come on, we all gonna go over there and gang rape this one dolphin. Like, it's not just a one-on-one, it's a gang activity.
Yeah, it's terrible. I shouldn't have made a joke of it. I'm sorry. I apologize. But anyways,
listen, this
I know I should never apologize because everybody knows it's jokes in here. But like, I thought about it. I was like, "Fuck, George, come
Oh,
on."
did I go a little too
well,
far?
at least it
I thought
wasn't
I
Mr.
did.
Fresh. This,
Hey, it's not me. It's the
it wasn't
fucking.
Listen, I can honestly
the
say,
There's gonna be
dolphins.
3 of them waiting outside for you.
oh my
Oh,
gosh,
shit.
they're gang members. Oh my bad, hold on. But it literally dolphins. Yeah, they're the shit. I know we're missing a person. He has to go get my daughter from testing. But as we move forward and switch gears, why nobody told me that braces was expensive?
I could have told you that. I had them for 5 years. They're awful. They're the worst thing ever.
And I had to get 2 of the kids' braces yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
my
gonna hate their
God.
lives and probably today because this is when the pain really kicks
we
in.
woke up. Kyron was still in bed, and because I told you like he be trying to low key ditch at home. I was like, "What are you doing here?" And he's fully dressed, laid down in the bed, just fully dressed. He's like, "I can't do this." I'm like, "Can't do it." He's like, "My mouth hurts so bad."
Yep.
And
And
even
then
my
like
daughter,
your teeth, like because like you clench on like just like without thinking about it, and like you do that with braces and you just get them tightened or something. Oh my God, it's the worst pain ever.
yeah. And
Speaking
my
of
poor
worst
baby-
pain ever is braces.
braces. I did not know that. Shout out to my kids because both of them. Shout out to my pockets because
Yeah, my dad used I think he used an HSA for it. Yeah.
listen, it's expensive. It is, but they're sore.
Yeah.
And, everybody wants to be all cute, like, oh, I want braces. Until you got them braces.
Until you got them on, and then 5 years later, they still didn't even like fully do it. Yeah, no. Speaking of painful, this coffee it's good, but no, black
Bitter.
coffee. It's bitter. It's black.
Yeah, of course.
I'm drinking black coffee because I still have. How long do I have? I still have
like
3 hours left. 2 hours 57 minutes left on my fast. I've been fasting for. Let me see. I think I'm going for like 2 weeks straight on fasting.
Well, you should try meditating with that fasting as well.
I've been 18 days straight actually.
Yeah, so whenever us spiritualists have things going on, when we have to do some really powerful conjure, when we are just discombobulated, or even whenever our ancestors are like, you gotta fast, we fast.
Yeah.
We fast. And either, like, I did an accidental, I was telling you,
Yeah.
3-day fast on accident, even though at the end of the night, I always would have a Red Bull, so technically I really wasn't Fasting.
I like how that's your end of day.
Child, I didn't
treat.
even realize it, but the most clearest thoughts come to you whenever you fast. Even
Yeah.
like in the Bible, it's always been like that. So
They
you
said,
should try
hate your
meditate.
neighbor, but fast for 3 days beforehand.
Yes, exactly.
Judge the disabled people,
Mm-hmm.
and then go to church and all is forgiven, but fast.
Yes, make sure you fast. Yeah, because if you fast, then
Then all
okay.
is forgiven. You
All
can
is
be a
forgiven.
piece of shit, and then it's all forgiven. Speaking of pieces of shit,
Are you sure they ain't getting high on something? Oh no, they're drug addicts too. I forgot to mention that about
dolphins.
Dolphins,
What
yes.
are they getting high on?
So
in
it's
the
a
ocean?
fish. It's a fish down there that has toxins that get them inebriated, and they eat them, and then they go do their gang activity.
Damn.
So
Okay.
now
just
they're
YNs.
junkies. Yeah,
Never mind.
they're YNs.
Damn, that Nolan voids my
pufferfish.
joke.
Yeah,
I was about to say puffer.
I thought it was.
They don't
pufferfish.
even eat them. They just
No,
gently
they just-
chew. It's like a fucking cigar. They just chew on it.
Yeah.
Come here,
Like,
puffer.
to,
Ooh,
to be,
And then they spit them out.
How do you first off? How do you chew on a puffer fish?
I have
Oh.
no idea, but they're just doing it for the toxins to get high. So
It's
Maybe
it's
they
just,
have
it's
a-
just
You're
like
right.
how you smoke cigarettes when it's like harsh and you're like, no, I feel great
no,
after I
yeah,
smoke them.
because I smoke and it feels great.
Yeah,
but-
I mean,
But
gross at
like,
the
on
same
the
time.
surface, you're like, why do you do that? And you're like,
Right.
no. Once you start doing it, you're like, oh, okay.
yes.
I'll take a
very
drag
much
every
so.
once in a while.
I mean, but
Sometimes like
a
the last time I
puffer
took
fish is needles going in your face. There's a
but, like,
huge difference.
Heroin is needles going into your
arm.
They sacrifice.
Damn, is
They
it
sacrifice
heroin?
for the
Wait, hold
for
on.
the-
Is it heroin or is it? I think cigarettes was a bad analogy with that.
Maybe. Shit.
Heroin is spot on.
Heroin is
Heroin
Because you're
is
just
yeah.
injecting that shit
It's like,
straight
yeah,
into you.
yeah. That's fair enough. That is fair enough. Are from Atlantis and Highlands. Yes. Very freaky boys. Yes, very much so.
Freaky
That's
boy.
essentially what the guy that got kidnapped by the dolphins said. That allegedly they took him down there because they knew what he did for a living, and then they wanted him to help them, and they gave him these like powers to breathe underwater. And now that this has come out, Snopes is like, "Oh, it was just a rumor." I'm like, y'all, please, but either way.
I guess let's get into something that's not any nicer of a topic. It's probably a little worse.
Right.
Miss Noah, have you heard of the West Memphis 3?
I feel like I've seen this on some type of
There's
crime.
documentaries.
Like a
there's
true crime
documentaries.
documentary.
So this is a case about murdered children, a panic-stricken investigation, contested convictions, and a mystery that is still not fully resolved. So this is one of the most polarizing cases in American true crime because there are really two intertwined mysteries. Who killed the 8-year-old boys in West Memphis, Arkansas, in May 1993, and whether the 3 teenagers convicted for those murders were actually the killers. The known facts are brutal, the legal history is messy, and even now the case is still moving because Arkansas courts have allowed additional DNA testing efforts to continue. So let's go over the core event facts. The victims are Stevie Branch, Michael Moore, and Christopher Byers. They're all age 8.
Okay.
They were 8 when they were murdered. Location was West Memphis, Arkansas. Bodies found in the Robin Hood Hills area, a wooded patch near a drainage ditch / bayou behind a residential neighborhood and close to service roads and industrial areas. Defendants, later known as the West Memphis 3, were Damian Eccles, who was 18, Jason Baldwin, who was 16, and Jesse Miss Kelly Jr., who was 17. They were arrested in June 1993 and convicted in 1994. Eccles was sentenced to death, Baldwin to life without parole, and Miss Kelly to life plus 40 years after a separate trial. In 2011, all 3 were released through Alford pleas, which let them maintain innocence while pleading guilty to secure release. So let's go over the crime itself. On May 5th, 1993, the 3 boys disappeared after going out to ride their bikes. The next day, their bodies were found submerged in a muddy drainage ditch in Robin Hood Hills. They had been bound with shoelaces. The crime scene was quickly interpreted as unusually brutal and strange and set the tone for everything that followed. One of the most important things to say carefully here is this. The case became nationally known for claims of satanic ritual murder, but the physical evidence has always been open to interpretation. The prosecution framed the killings as occult-driven. Critics later argued that some of the injuries described as mutilation were likely post-mortem animal predation rather than proof of ritual torture. That dispute became central to later reevaluation of the case.
Okay.
So here's the timeline. May 5th, 1993, the boys vanish after being seen in their neighborhood. Their bicycles are later found near the wooded area. May 6th, 1993, the bodies are discovered in Robin Hood Hills. The crime immediately becomes the focus of an intense local investigation. Early May to June of 1993, police begin focusing on local teenagers, especially Damien Eccles, in part because of his black clothing, interest in occult topics, and local reputation as an outsider. The investigation increasingly moves through the lens of satanic panic rather than strictly through physical evidence, which is crazy that in the 90s we were still having satanic panic. That was like
insane.
a 70s and 80s thing.
And like, I hope they have some evidence, because you cannot, just because somebody likes or
what do you mean? He did it.
Something.
What do you mean, Noah? He did it.
What in the Salem witch? Go ahead.
So in June 3rd, 1993, Jesse Miskelly is interrogated by police. After many hours of questioning, only a portion of which was recorded, he gives a confession implicating himself, Eccles, and Baldwin. He later recants. Mm-hmm. So in 1994, Miskelly is tried separately and convicted. Eccles and Baldwin are tried together and convicted.
Wait a minute. So the boy, the teenager, was interrogated, confessed, and then recanted.
Yep. But they went, but he confessed. It's fine. But he also said that they probably coaxed him into saying, me and my friends were there. Yeah, we
I
took
have
the
literally watched. Have you ever seen the Central Park 5?
I think so.
But
I've watched so many body cam videos or like cop cams now
you keep teenagers in a room without a parent, without a lawyer for hours at a time, no food, a little bit of water. They're going. You know what I'm getting.
Have you seen the one where they bring the guy the Popeyes box and he immediately just?
Oh yeah.
He just. Hey, yeah, it was all three of them. They did it. This is how he did it.
You bring me a taco plate, 3 tacos, carne asada, all the fixings. Like right over there.
George did it. George did
right
it.
Over there.
He'd be talking to fucking dolphins too. Get his ass.
God damn it.
All right. So from 2007 to 2010, new forensic testing excludes the 3 defendants from the tested biological material and raises new questions about other hairs recovered from the crime scene. Arkansas courts later opened the door to further review. George, what is your brother's state doing?
By the way, I was about to say, are you like just picking on Arkansas? This is like another Arkansas.
No,
story.
this just happens.
We've had another one on the show before. That
is your brother still even living there?
That you brought up.
Is your brother still living there?
What's your fucking beef with Arkansas, bro?
It's Arkansas.
It's Arkansas.
It's Arkansas.
It's literally just because.
By the way, what's your pork with Arkansas?
That its name is Arkansas.
Yeah, why is it America? I am confusion. Why is it Kansas but not Arkansas? Is your brother still living over there?
No, he's back here in Vegas.
Is he trying to hop on some podcasts?
He's gonna be gone in like a week. So
hopefully our boy Sean Merriman
is he going down to
the draft?
No. He's not gonna be in Pittsburgh. He'll just be going wherever selects him.
Wherever calls
next week.
No, the draft is in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but he's not going to the draft.
Okay, he's not.
I feel like the only people that go to the draft are like guaranteed
like 20
first rounders.
people. There's 20 people that get invites to that.
Okay. Sorry, ADHD.
We're hoping my boy Sean Merriman announces Junior gets picked up by the Chargers.
Kids were murdered. Go back to us.
All right. August 19th, 2011, the convictions are vacated, a new trial is ordered, and all 3 enter Alford pleas and are released for time served after 18 years and 78 days.
I was going to say, I hope they got released.
2024 to 2025, the Arkansas Supreme Court rules that Damien Eccles can pursue additional DNA testing under Act 1780, even though he's no longer in custody. In 2025, a judge approves a new round of testing and evidence is reportedly sent for analysis.
Oh my God!
So why?
It's something called double jeopardy. They cannot do that.
Well, there's Act. Let's look up what Act 1780 is. Act 1780.
Yeah, because I thought once you serve time for a crime, it's like me saying, you know what, I didn't steal this Starbucks, but I got convicted for stealing this Starbucks, and I go to jail for stealing it, and then they let me out early. They can't come back and be like,
oh,
these
so no,
stolen together.
He did it. He requested it. This allows convicted individuals to petition for post-conviction DNA testing if that evidence could demonstrate their innocence. Recent legal interpretations have allowed this to apply to individuals not currently in state custody, enabling testing on evidence previously deemed destroyed.
Oh, so he's trying to, even though he's out, he's trying to prove.
We're going to get this cleared up. So let's go to why police zeroed in on the West Memphis 3. Mm-hmm. The state's original theory was built on a combination of Miss Kelly's confession, local gossip, and Eccles' interest in occult topics, and a broader claim that the murders were part of a satanic ritual. That last piece mattered a lot in 1993 because the U.S. was still in the grip of late-stage satanic panic thinking. Eccles, in particular, fit the image many adults already feared. Black clothes, which, Jesus Christ, I'm fucking it up.
You're a demon.
Unusual interests, alienated behavior, and mental health struggle. God damn it, I'm all of those.
Oh, damn.
Thank God I was born in the 90s and not in the 70s. This is one reason the case remains so controversial. Critics argue that the investigation moved from find the killer to prove the local weird kids did it.
Yes, that's
Supporters
exactly
of the convictions counter that the police also had a confession and other circumstantial evidence, not just appearance-based suspicion. So let's go to Jesse Miss Kelly's confession. This is the center of the original prosecution case. Miss Kelly, who was 17 and had borderline intellectual funcking, was questioned for roughly 12 hours.
Oh my God.
Only portions of the interrogation were recorded, totaling less than an hour. So they cherry-picked what they wanted to record and provide as evidence. In those recorded statements, he confessed and implicated Baldwin and Eccles. He later recanted and said the confession was coerced by intimidation, confusion, and exhaustion. Why the confession is so contested is because it contains serious factual errors, including the time of the murders and details that did not match known evidence. Police are heard correcting or redirecting him on some details.
Oh,
They're literally spoon feeding him the confession.
I'm getting out of jail and I'm suing the fuck out of the fuck.
Student loan? Well, he never got a chance to have student loans.
They stole their youth.
Yeah.
These kids did not do that. That is like literally like arresting me because I wear head wraps and I play with herbs. And
what do you mean I saw you do it?
Frolic in the damn
I saw you do it.
You know, I'm the local
sounds
weirdo around my way. So it's like, you can't do that. And then this is somebody's kids.
Yeah.
Meaning that y'all arrested 3 innocent teenagers while the person that did this, which was probably some sick adult, and it probably was more than one person because, I mean, 3 kids.
Oh, there was gossip.
Come on. It's like you let that person go to go kill again.
Yeah. And really quick.
Yeah.
This sounds like an Arkansas story.
This motherfucker was getting on me 20 minutes ago.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Arkansas.
Stop picking on them.
Listen.
You're picking on them right now.
That is where
It's fucking
where
shooting fish in a barrel at this point.
The weird people, like, it's fucked up because at the end of the day, this is what they did to a lot of people. I guess if you're weird and alternative, it's almost like
You're a fucking murderer. I'm
Hello?
telling you right now. Oh,
It's
you
like-
have your fingernails painted? Murderer.
Yeah.
Lock them up.
Yeah.
You wear band t-shirts that are black? Lock them the fuck up.
Yeah. You take medication in the
Straight to
morning and make
jail.
sure your day goes well.
You know
Lock
what? You
'em
know
up.
what?
Straight
If
to
you
jail.
take Tums after dinner, lock them the fuck
Straight
up.
to jail.
Like,
Straight to jail.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
So we still have one more reason why this is
Right.
contested. Because of the evidentiary rules, his confession was not supposed to be used against Eccles and Baldwin at their trial.
But it was.
Yet critics later argued juror exposure and pre-trial publicity contaminated the whole process anyway. The Arkansas Supreme Court nevertheless upheld the confession as voluntary in 1996. That legal ruling does not mean the confession was reliable. It means the court found it admissible under the laws applied then. That distinction is huge in this case. The state's original case against Eccles and Baldwin. At trial, the prosecution leaned heavily on Miss Kelly's confession as the backbone of the broader theory. Testimony about Eccles' occult interests and statements, the argument that the crime was ritualistic, and various witness statements and circumstantial interferences. The Arkansas Supreme Court's 1996 opinion upholding the conviction shows how much occult framing had been allowed into the trial.
Yeah.
The court discussed testimony involving long black coats, staffs, which staffs are fucking cool, and the prosecution's theory that the murders could have been occult in nature. That tells you a lot about the atmosphere of this case.
That's bullshit.
This is one of the darkest parts of the story. Once satanic murder becomes the narrative, ordinary safeguards against weak interference got looser. To a jury in that climate, Damien Eccles did not just look like a suspect. He looked like the suspect they had already been taught to fear.
Yes.
He was a
Very much
boogeyman
so.
to them. So physical evidence, what was and what was not there. What was not found is one of the biggest reasons the case later exploded. No DNA or biological evidence from the original tested materials matched Eccles, Baldwin, or Miss Kelly.
God. Like, are we for real? Was DNA not a thing in 93?
No, it absolutely was.
So,
But this gets even better. Later testing in 2007 again failed to connect them to the crime scene evidence tested then.
and they just released them when?
2011.
Oh, me and my lawyer, we would be rich, baby.
So
We'd be
what was
rich.
found and later debated was a hair in a ligature knot that was described as not consistent with Terry Hobbs, Steve Branch's is not inconsistent with Terry Hobbs, Stevie Branch's stepfather. So one of the kids' stepfathers' hair was found. They found the guy, and they said,
Wow.
"Nah." You know what it
Wait a
was? You know
minute.
what it was? Is there's probably a cop who was a stepfather, and he was like, "Oh, dude, no, stepfathers get a bad rap."
Listen,
not the
it
step
always
pappy.
listen. The further you go, I mean, it's glaringly obvious,
Right.
But the further you go in a obvious type case where there's corruption that could be present, corruption is 100% present. It's not like it's not.
Yeah.
I saw this. I mean, I followed the Karen Reed case like fucking very heavily this past year with the shows that I was producing at the time. And it was a straight up police corruption case.
Yeah.
It was police officers involved. And
Look at all of the other mysteries we've covered where they just let people fuck up the crime scene for 4 days before they
walking
actually
through it just to look at the
Hey,
damage.
Come
like,
here, see, $5. Come check out this murder scene. Aren't you the cop?
Right, yes.
Shut up, kid.
Literally.
Just backhand him. Fuck out of here.
Listen, yes, if you got a bowl cut, lock them up. And I bet you they all had alibis of some sort. They're children.
Yeah. So the wording inconsistent. Excuse me. And then another hair said to be consistent with a friend of Hobbs, David Jacoby. So the wording matters because not inconsistent with is not the same thing as a modern individualizing DNA match. It means that the hair evidence pointed away from the convicted teens and toward other possibilities, but not with the kind of precision people often assume when they hear with DNA evidence. Another cautionary note is that microscopic hair comparison itself later came under major scrutiny nationally. In 2015, the FBI acknowledged that testimony in many microscopic hair cases had contained errors or overstatements. That broader forensic context is relevant when discussing a case like this. So let's go over the victim's injuries and the ritual theory. The prosecution framed the killings as sadistic and ritualistic. Critics later argued that this interpretation overstated or misread the physical evidence, especially with respect to some injuries that may have been caused or worsened by animal activity after death.
Right.
This dispute matters because it goes to the heart of whether the case was truly pointed to a cult murder or whether that narrative was layered onto an already horrific crime. That is one reason this case still divides people so sharply. If you believe the scene clearly showed a ritualized attack, the original prosecution theory looks more plausible. If you believe the ritual framing was largely a product of fear, weak forensic interpretation, and cultural panic, then the entire basis for targeting the teens looks contaminated from the start. So let's move on to the trials and sentences. Miss Kelly was convicted of 1 count of first-degree murder and 2 counts of second-degree murder and received life plus 40 years. Eccles and Baldwin were convicted separately. Eccles was sentenced to death and Baldwin to life without parole. The Arkansas Supreme Court upheld those convictions in 1996. From there, the case shifted from a local murder conviction into a national wrongful conviction flashpoint. The Paradise Lost documentaries, legal advocacy, and sustained media attention kept the case alive in a way few state murder cases ever are. So now let's go over the DNA turning point. By 2007, new DNA testing significantly changed how the public and many legal observers viewed the case. The tested material did not match Eccles, Baldwin, or Miss Kelly. That did not itself prove innocence or identify the real killer, but it badly weakened the confidence in the original theory. This was not a small update. It reframed the question from did the jury get it right to how did 3 men end up convicted in a capital case without forensic evidence tying them to the scene?
Exactly.
That is why the case moved from controversial to infamous.
I wonder what the stepdaddy did for a living.
Yeah.
I wonder what he did. There is no way that this
And they seem to
man's
just
hair
brush
was
over
found.
it.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be like, it would be hard because I don't have any hair, but like a beard hair of mine, if it was found on Rowan,
okay.
that would make some sense because, you know, we
Right.
play a lot and I'm his if his mom's hair was found on him, it'd make,
right.
I'll pull a shirt out of the laundry and a
right.
big old chunk of
My
hair comes
gray
out.
hair be everywhere.
Yeah.
so.
So I'm not entirely, but the fact is like, I think the cops are lazy. That's a common thing we find is just cops just don't want to do the due diligence and they go, oh shit, these kids, hey, that Jensen kid over there, he looks fucking weird.
Right.
He
Right.
did it. I bet you we could coax
He
him.
listens to Marilyn Manson.
Yep.
That's the
Well,
boy.
that's a different issue, but
Yeah.
that don't mean he's a murderer. So
Right.
let's go over the 2011 Alford pleas. In August 2011, after the Arkansas Supreme Court had opened the way for further proceedings, the convictions were vacated and a new trial was ordered. Instead of retrying the case, the state and defense reached an Alford plea deal. The 3 men pleaded guilty while maintaining innocence and were released for time served the same day.
That's bullshit, though. Why they gotta?
Yeah.
That's not fair. Just because they were alternative, weird kids, they had to spend 18 years and then be like, okay, I know I didn't do it. You know I didn't do it. So I'm just going to take. Nah.
Yeah. So this is one of the most important legal wrinkles in modern true crime. An Alford plea is not exoneration. It let the state preserve a formal conviction while letting the defendants go free.
Well,
So today,
and that's bullshit too.
So today, legally, the case occupies a deeply unsatisfying middle ground. The men are out, but they were not cleared.
And that's why he said, do a DNA test.
Yep. So let's go over the current status before we go over some major theories. This case is not frozen in 2011. In 2024, the Arkansas Supreme Court ruled that Echols could seek additional DNA testing under Act 1780, even though he is no longer incarcerated. In 2025, a Crittenden County judge approved new DNA testing. And local reporting said evidence was sent to a laboratory for analysis. As of the most recent reporting that was found, the effort is ongoing. That means that the 2 central questions of the case remain alive right now, not just historically, whether the West Memphis 3 can never be truly exonerated and whether modern testing can still identify the actual killer or killers. So let's go over some of these theories. Theory 1, which is, I feel like, a easy way to look at this case, is that the West Memphis 3 were wrongly convicted.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
This is the dominant innocence theory, and it rests on 4 main pillars. The confession was unreliable. The investigation was distorted by satanic panic. There was no tested forensic evidence tying the 3 to the crime, and later testing pointed away from them rather than toward them. This is also the theory most consistent with the broader arc of the case after 2007. It does not identify the real killer, but it argues the state solved the case backward by first choosing suspects and then forcing the evidence into that frame.
Yeah. That's for sure what they did.
Yeah. So let's go over theory 2, which was Terry Hobbs was involved. This theory gets discussed because of the later hair evidence. It became some defense side materials and public advocates argued that Hobbs warranted much more scrutiny. The hair evidence did not conclusively identify him, but it did become one of the highest profile alternative suspect developments in the case. Hobbs has denied involvement.
Of course.
The weakness of this theory is that public reporting and surviving court records do not show a clean, conclusive forensic case against him. The strength is that he became part of the conversation because the later evidence made only the 3 teens could have done it much harder to maintain. So now let's go on to theory 3. Another local or overlooked suspect committed the murders. This is less a single theory than a category. Critics of the original case argue that police focused so aggressively on Echols, Baldwin, and Miss Kelly that other suspects and leads were not adequately pursued. That includes the reports about other possible suspicious individuals and alternative leads that later supporters say were mishandled or just outright ignored. The weakness here is specificity. There's no universally accepted alternate suspect with a clean evidentiary case. The strength is structural. Tunnel vision in the original investigation makes the possibility of a missed perpetrator feel very real. And the last theory we have is the original convictions were basically right. This is still the position implicit in the state's willingness to preserve the convictions through the Alford framework and in the fact that the Arkansas courts upheld the convictions in the 1990s.
Right, because I mean, for a family, they do that for the family.
Yeah, they do.
Yes,
just
they
so
do
you
it
can
for
have
the
some sort of
yes.
closure. So people who hold this view typically argue that the confession, witness testimony. Oh yeah, we turn the air on.
I'm warm. I'm like, oh my god.
You're also wearing a whole sweater and. So people who hold this view typically argue that the confession, witness testimony, behavior, and overall circumstances still point toward the 3 defendants, even if the forensic case was weaker than originally presented. The problem with this theory is that it requires you to accept a capital murder conviction with no tested biological evidence tying the defendants to the scene, plus a confession that has long been attacked as factually flawed and vulnerable to coercion. That is why, even among people who are unsure who killed the boys, many are no longer confident the West Memphis 3 were the right men. So what is certain is that 3 8-year-old boys were murdered in West Memphis in May 1993. Jesse, Miss Kelly, Jason Baldwin, and Damien Echols were convicted in 1994. Miss Kelly's confession became central to the state's theory, and he later recanted it. Later forensic testing did not match the 3 defendants to tested biological evidence. All 3 were released in 2011 through Alford pleas, not exonerations. Additional DNA testing was authorized again in 2024 and 2025. What remains unsolved is who actually killed Stevie Branch, Michael Moore, and Christopher Byers.
Just let them get away with it because they want to blame the emo kids. Like,
Yeah,
that's insane.
something. Okay, can I give you my final?
What I have
piece on-
just a few more things on this, and then we'll wrap up. And then I want to hear what you guys really think on this. So, what remains unsolved is whether Miss Kelly's confession had any truthful core or was fundamentally false from start to finish, whether the hair evidence pointing toward other individuals will ever be clarified by newer testing, and whether the West Memphis 3 will ever be formally exonerated. The West Memphis 3 case endures because it is not one mystery, it is 2. 3 children were murdered in West Memphis, and the horror of that crime has never gone away. But layered on top of it is another possibility just as disturbing. That fear, cultural hysteria, and a weak investigation may have pointed the law at the wrong place and locked that mistake in for nearly 2 decades. That is why this case still feels radioactive. If the original convictions were right, then the public spent decades romanticizing killers. But if the convictions were wrong, then the justice system answered the murder of the 3 boys not with truth, but with panic. And if with modern DNA testing finally names someone else, this case will stop being a controversy and become something even darker. One of the most consequential wrongful conviction sagas in modern American history. And that is the West Memphis 3 story. So now I'm curious to hear what you guys think.
They let the killer, it's too late. They're not going to find who did that because all of the DNA, the evidence that could have exonerated these kids a long time ago it's useless. You got to hear from one of the boys' stepdaddies. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing.
And I think the problem with this is that it's one of those ones where it's like the bodies were just so fucked up because of animals getting to them that it almost makes it virtually impossible.
Yeah.
To actually be like, oh, hey, here we have conclusive evidence. It's just like they kind of have nothing. And I think for the family's sake, they were like, well, we know these weird boys are here, and they, you know, they might have done it, and we're still in satanic panic at 93.
Right. I mean, it was a stepdad.
I feel like it was
so
a
what
stepdad,
happens?
too.
Well, what happens with stepdads and teenage boys? They get in the way of you smashing mom.
Yeah,
let's just keep it real. So
some men are jealous of women who have children. They're jealous of the kids. Like, I'm so blessed that I had a stepdad that's my dad. I don't even call him stepdad. I call him dad. But some men are weird like that where they don't even want to share a woman with
studies have found that children living with a step parent are at a higher risk of maltreatment than those living with both biological parents. One study noted that children with one step parent are roughly 40 times more likely to be abused than those with 2 biological parents.
Yeah.
There's also sexual abuse data that shows a study on adult women found that 1 in 6 who had a stepfather as a principal figure in their childhood reported sexual abuse by him, compared to 2% for biological fathers. Yeah. And then research into the Cinderella effect suggests that on average, stepfathers have roughly 75% more antagonistic interactions, such as verbal or physical combat with stepchildren compared to the genetic fathers. Despite the higher risks, many stepfathers have positive relationships. One source suggests that 75% of children report feeling quiet or extremely close to their stepfathers at age 9, falling to 60% by age 15.
Yeah.
So, but they are 40 times more likely.
All I'm saying is he was getting in the way. And how do you get him out? I don't know. You get crafty with it.
Kill him. Oh, shit. His friends are there. Kill them too.
You got to think about it. Yeah, that's... And whoever did this had help. I don't even know if I believe it was because he wanted him out the way.
I wouldn't say it was help because, like, they're 8 years old. You telling me George couldn't handle 3 8-year-olds by himself if he was going to take them out?
Facts.
Yeah, probably. I also think, and I don't know if this was ever put in there or even mentioned, but something in my spirits tells me, like, this was kind of like sexual in nature as well.
There might have been. I don't think there was any evidence of showing.
And even if they would, I mean, the animals had gotten to them.
Yeah.
But I feel bad for those 3 because they still, even though the state knows that there's no evidence proving that these 3 people did this, they let them out, but they're still convicted felons, murderers, right? Me and my lawyer would have had a field day, baby. Get my money. Because you stole 18 years of my life. They are teenagers. How are they supposed to, be in society? Just because they were emo kids? Or they thought he was into satanic stuff. That don't make you a murderer. Hell, the church is Satan. They donate more than regular churches to the community. So I just feel like it's really messed up because their life is ruined.
Yeah.
Like quick.
And one day they were already that
You want to know how
fucked up because they were found the
I
next day.
can't see. Hold on. We can't show.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you one thing.
I don't even.
You know how you get
I think it's a
get
part.
murders thrown on you in Arkansas? You don't support the hogs, baby.
Yeah.
If you don't support the
Sweet
hogs,
pea.
No, seriously, because
woo,
what in the hell?
pigs away.
This feels like the Salem witch trials.
Yeah, it really does.
You know,
It's
you got a
terrible.
twinkle in your eye, burn her at the stake. No. It's bogus as hell. And it's still
So
somebody
let me
said still
let me
happens
start
today.
a poll.
Yeah.
Let me start a poll. No, not that. Let me start a poll real quick while we start to wrap up this show.
It absolutely
This
does still
coffee
happen.
fucking ran. It sprinted through me.
Yeah.
I have to pee
Yeah, I feel great.
like a racehorse right now. But I'm
Okay,
I'm
poll
wired.
is up on Calls From Beyond. So if you want to answer the poll, if you're on Black Cauldron, hop on over to Calls From Beyond.
Mm-hmm. Oh, one of them has a YouTube. Damien of the Memphis 3 has a YouTube channel.
Oh, we'll have to look into that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into
Because that's crazy that like, which I think I'm gonna re-record all this and do a whole video
yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
Because I keep telling you guys, and you guys need to hold me more accountable. Because I tell you guys
Listen.
every week, I'm gonna do more truly bizarre videos, and then the following week, and they're like, "What'd you do?" I played Balatro for 10 hours on my fucking Steam Deck. I didn't even do anything.
Yeah, I was playing catch up. So if you guys haven't seen my videos, go binge watch them. I got a couple of them out.
So there's 13 people watching on Calls From Beyond. We only got 6 votes, but there's 40 people watching on Black Cauldron. You guys can hop on
Yeah.
over and
you guys move on over to.
yeah.
If you're on my page, move to Calls From Beyond. We don't bite over there. The local
Yes, we
weirdos.
do. We don't lie to
All right,
them.
real quick, I know I just came back in the building, but let me say this. Talking about Arkansas.
He came in just to say something about Arkansas.
Talking about Arkansas. I got a question for George.
Yeah.
Having a background in football with the draft coming up next week, I want to know, do you feel like it's fair that coaches can jeopardize the future of their athletes because they don't want them to move on to the next level?
Oh, like college coaches?
Like, for instance, if I'm a scout, I'm going to come to your coach. I'm going to ask you how your performance is. How are you with teammates? This, that, and the
And he's
third.
gonna be like, "No, he's not that good."
But some coaches will tell them, "Oh no, he's a bad character guy. He's not a
Oh my
good
gosh.
teammate," because they want them to play for the team again next year.
Yeah, my grandma's landlord did that
Yeah.
to her.
Yeah. That's it's politics, bro. That's like us working too. Like the NFL at a certain point, like that's the business level. You know, if I knew Austin was a kick-ass employee, I wanted him to work for me. And he's like, "Oh, I'm thinking about working at SiriusXM," which, by the way, we have something we have to get to immediately after this
Okay.
about that studio.
Okay.
But anyway,
We're buying it. Y'all want to
Sorry,
invest?
what we
Yeah.
voting for?
Yeah,
My
anyways.
ADHD.
Yeah.
That's
Shit, mine
but yeah, it
too. I
happens.
forgot. Just
It
that
happens.
quick.
We're just asking if you think the West Memphis 3 did it.
Oh, if they did it, please go over to Calls From Beyond. I know George has to go tinkle, and I know we got some things going on after this. So if you have not watched any of my videos, I did.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I literally had a couple episodes of Terror on T. They did get mad at me because I used AI, which, whatever, you can't satisfy everybody. But I do have some episodes of Terror on T. Also, don't forget to call the T line and leave a voicemail for me to play for everybody else. You guys have been wonderful in doing that. Additionally, don't
I wonder
forget,
what they prefer. Would they prefer for you to just sit there and read it off of your phone?
I'm not doing that.
Like, doesn't make
I'm
any
gonna
sense.
look
Like,
dead
you're-
into the camera and tell y'all I cannot. I have
That's what I'm
thousands
saying.
of submissions.
Like you added AI behind it to make it more animated, to give add some life and color to the story.
Not
Yeah.
everybody wants to spend 3 hours editing like I do.
Yeah, well, and
Let's
this
be
is
real
the
here.
thing. This is the thing. You can write me an email. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to put it into an AI software so that it can be read off, because this is really a podcast. You know, it just is. And I have thousands of submissions that are emails. Some of them are pages and pages long. I cannot commit to the, I know AI is probably destroying our planet, but even if I decided not to use AI ever again, that doesn't mean Austin's not. Doesn't mean George won't, or Mr. Fresh. You can't satisfy everybody. But thank you for everybody who, again, has gotten their readings from Psychic Source. I do have an interview with Miss Simone where we talk about werewolves, Lugaroos, things like that. So
Y'all talk about everything.
Yeah, we talked about everything. So make sure you go watch it. What you got going on, Austin?
So the business is booming. I'm playing a show this Sunday, so I'm back on my music grind. I guess I'm a bass player now.
Oh,
Like I never thought I was,
just fell into that.
Well, I mean, like the transition is not that hard. There's so many guitar players that become. I played bass before, but like the amount of compliments I get now on my bass playing is like, I don't know. I think I got bit by the bass bug.
Oh,
So I'm
at least you know how to play an instrument. I think I'm gonna seriously take up piano again. I used to play in high
piano's
school.
cool. I had to learn it when I was getting ready to go to college for music because you have to know piano if you're a music major. Like it doesn't matter if you're a vocal major, you're a bassoon major, you're a percussion major. You all have to know piano,
That's crazy.
which is really good for theory. I'm doing that. I for real. Y'all need to like call me out. Okay, I'm looking at you. Yeah, you right there. sitting down at your desk at work because it's only the middle of the day, and I need you to message me on Discord, which you need to join both the Black Cauldron and the Calls from Beyond Discords.
Yes.
And I need you to go, hey, when's the next Truly Bizarre video coming out? Because I had some family in from out of town, and they called me out hard. They go, oh, is your work's going good? I'm like, we're busy, and she's like, okay, well, what are you gonna do for yourself? Are you doing things for your content so you don't have to work for anybody anymore? And I said, no, I'm not. I'm not doing that. So I need to do that. So go check out Truly Bizarre. Go check out my channel as well. I'm trying to do more camera centric videos there. And then follow me on Instagram, Alvarez Prod LV. I have an X again that I'm not using. Same name.
I've been
Alvarez.
on Threads. I kind of like Threads.
I haven't. I think I have it downloaded,
Twitter
but
for Facebook.
yeah.
basically.
But follow me on Instagram. That's where I'm showing everything. I just released my first wedding photos of this season that I shot a few weeks ago. That was really cool. I have another one coming up at the end of the month. So if you need a wedding, even if it's low key, even if we're just doing a little,
I definitely need a photographer.
rendezvous. Hit me up because I can do weddings. And then so I need you guys to keep me accountable on Truly Bizarre because I don't think I've released a
I'm
video.
gonna set a reminder to text you once a week. Sorry.
She's just gonna send me the eyes emoji like
Hello.
Hello.
Because see, it was coming. I was gonna call you out on your shit, but I figured you needed a break, and you've been doing really well with the production side. So I haven't really said anything, but I
She
did
been
not forget
thinking
that
it.
you asked me for that script because I've been working on it.
Yeah, no. As soon as you send it to me, I'm going into
We're in the final stages.
Okay, good. And then she's gonna experience rewrites, and I'm gonna go, this is great. And then she's gonna get a script with like red marks all over it. She's like,
Listen,
you
I don't give a shit.
raggedy motherfucker.
Yep, I'm gonna cuss you out, and then we're gonna do it.
Art.
That's art. We got some really like good shit for you guys coming this year. Like this is going to be the year that changes everything for my channel, your channel, our channel, everything. So make sure that if you're not subscribed to like my email list, go and subscribe.
You got
to
an
it.
email list?
I got.
And you guys aren't
email
subscribed to
lists.
that yet? The
Yes.
fuck?
Also, go over to Discord. I got some really big things going on for Discord. I have not been in there. Like I go in there seldomly, like once a day, just to check and make sure it's not on fire. We did have a couple of ministries come in and be like, "Why didn't you accept Jesus Christ?"
Oh
as
no.
your say. So I had to kind of clean house. So I do go check on it, but it's not that I'm ignoring Discord. I'm working on something for Discord, and I'm so excited to reveal it to you guys. So make sure you follow me there. Join the Discord. Join me on Patreon. What you got going
Yeah,
on,
Mr. Fresh. These bills.
That's about it. That's about it. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep on saying that He for Cheap is coming because it is
I'm finna
coming,
steal his
but I'm not
pictures.
gonna keep saying it.
Oh,
Steal his
well,
pictures.
listen, the good
I
thing
like it.
is he's healed. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
He got
yeah.
his-
He got
the
his
rest of
stitches out.
stitches out of his foot.
I still gotta wear my
I
boot.
am delivered.
Yeah, so he's moving around a lot better. So now we can kind
Mr. Fresh
of.
walked in here.
No,
Are you
no,
kidding
yeah.
me?
I saw
Yeah.
a sprint, bro. I don't know.
Mr. Fresh said, hey, hold on. They let Tom Brady back in? Let me get my
Listen.
440 down.
I asked my doctor, I'm like, when can I start wearing regular shoes again?
Yeah.
Like, because
And then you tell him, I got heat for cheap, and the people
Yeah.
need to
I
know
need
it.
to-
Well, she did say you got to go get fitted for an install, and then hey, you're back in the game. That's it. That's all.
So,
Damn, he about to show us how to be comfortable in your shoes and how to get
Hey,
them
get
for cheap.
those insoles that make you like dunk.
No, they
Just like,
they make
boing.
them to his foot, so they're his. So we're excited. So now we can start moving forward and kind of trying to. I mean, I'm down in the stew cooking every day. So whenever you ready, come downstairs.
He up there
You
cooking
might have
on
a pink
2K.
You may have a pink
Listen,
background.
We have. I did a lot of online shopping, so we have content that I could edit up, but I just don't know how I want to format it.
You know what
I
I
mean?
need to do, but I'm a little scared to do it. Is I started my antique business. It's going great. I'm flipping cameras like nobody's business, and I've been going to the swap meet, Broadacres, the outdoor one.
Oh, where's Broadacres?
Northtown.
Oh, that's the one that
The
be
big-
having all the little food spots on the outside.
See, puppy.
It's over there in the hood.
Yeah, but ooh,
I never been in
That's
there. I
some
heard
shit.
you could go. I heard you could buy people's mail.
Yes, you can.
Buy
Lost
people's-
packages.
Yeah, like
oh maybe I haven't seen that.
No,
but-
it's all go on TikTok. You can buy lost packages. Yep, I didn't even know it was a thing, but they're getting it from somewhere, and it's.
Are you talking
like-
about like Nellis auction?
No. This is
Oh,
at the
okay.
swap meet.
All right. I'll have to check it out.
This
But I
was
mean,
back in the day though.
but I've been tempted to start a YouTube channel about that. Like George and I have a friend named Art who does it.
Swap meet fines is crazy.
Yeah, but like the problem is though, is then like people watch that, and then, like I've seen it happen, and they go, "Oh, I know you're gonna flip this. So it's $20 higher now." I almost just want to come in and be like, "No, I really like collecting cameras," and then bah, I flipped the digital cam that I paid $2 for $70.
I mean, but if you know the
For true story, I did that.
if you know the value of something and they don't, that's not your fault. That's their fault.
Right, but then they start becoming keen to it.
Yes, they do that. That is absolutely a thing.
Yeah, so I've been like,
Wait, let me just shout out to you, Nine Tails. Thank you so much for being here from the beginning. Also, I'd like to shout out a lady that saw me in the grocery store. Okay.
Were you
And she
put
was
together?
like, I watch everything. I watch her channel. I watch her podcast.
Were you put together?
Barely.
Okay, so not like the last time where you were
Oh,
out,
no.
you were like,
I ain't
oh
no
no,
homeless.
that's not me.
No,
But-
we was in parent mode.
Yes. So I was, my kids were getting their braces laid, and I just happened to run at Albertsons, and she was like, "You got a YouTube page? I'll be watching it." I'll be like, same thing whenever I was taking a flight to Orlando.
Our flight attendant, bro.
Flight attendant was like, and she did it so smooth. She just come down with the cart. I watch your YouTube, girl. I be right in the front of there. So shout out to flight attendant Brittany and the lady at Albertsons yesterday.
Shout out to the A.
who watches everything.
The
Shout
flight
out to y'all.
attendant that shall remain nameless. You know, she threw me a couple margaritas on GP.
I just said her
appreciate
name.
it.
Yeah, she did. She
We
said
ain't
gave us
say
this
what
is for
company.
you.
We ain't say who we flew with.
Oh yeah, she was a sweetheart, and you know, it's nice seeing people out in public, except for whenever I look homeless. But yeah, shout out to them because they watch this show as well.
We could film some Heat for Cheap content next month
What's next month?
when we go to New York.
Oh yeah,
Are you gonna
I
go to the
wonder-
Vintage Fest?
I don't know what that is.
It's a whole convention. We went last year. That's where I got my Game Boy. There are some people smoking crack though.
And we're going so we can see Broadway. We're going to
I
Broadway.
do
Oh,
have to
well,
go check on.
yep.
My daughter's in the office.
Yeah, I know.
We
I
had
was,
to go.
I was
Yeah,
about
yeah,
to say,
we're
here we
wrapping
go. Ready? We'll
Yeah.
sing us out. Dumb.
I love y'all down so much.
Dumb.
Thank you.
Appreciate everybody. We'll get to calls next week.
Dumb.
We are gonna re-release this with video because right now you guys are just looking at a blank thing. We're gonna re-release this with video.
Yes. Because I wanted y'all to see my sweater. My sweater was real cute. I'm mad.
We finna get copyrighted. They finna.
They said,
You know,
say George.
George sounds so good.
Right.
He sounds just like the album.
Take us out,
Looks
George,
like the
before you
album.
lose us all our $8.
We just got demonetized. It sounds too much like the original.
What?